We recently announced the integration of ASDIP Concrete with ETABS, and now the program is able to import column loads and design the columns in ASDIP Concrete. Today we are pleased to announce a new feature in ASDIP Concrete. It's for the batch design of the columns. That means that you can design all the columns in your building just with a click of a button. This is Javier Encinas, and today we're going to discuss this new feature, how it works, and how it can help you to improve your productivity. Let's get started. As Deep Concrete is able to import the load from ETABS, if you go to the Design menu, the first option is Import Column Loads from ETABS. We click on this option. We select the file we want to open. Then ETABS opens, loads the model. Please note that there are some circular and some rectangular columns in the building. Then ETABS analyzes the structure, and then it transfers the loads to ASDIP Concrete. So in this case, we have 64 columns that were imported from ETABS. We can open any of the columns. For example, let's open the column C1 of the story number 1. This is a round column, 24 inches diameter. Let's see the interaction diagram. We can see that this column hasn't been optimized. All these loads are well inside the usable area. So probably we can reduce a little bit the reinforcement still so that the interaction diagram can be more efficient. Let's go back to the project manager. Let's open another column, for example, the C10. This is a rectangular column. Let's see the interaction diagram. We can see here that this column has not been optimized yet either. These two loads are beyond the capacity of the column. So in this case, we need more rebars so that the capacity of this column can be increased and these two loads fall inside the usable area of the interaction diagram. In this case, the steel ratio is 2%, so we need more rebars. Of course, we could do this manually by increasing the number of rebars here or the rebar size as well. But this would be time consuming and we would be designing only one column. But what about if we wanted to design the whole batch? What about if we want to design all 64 columns just with a click of a button? This is exactly what this new feature does. If we click on Design, Column Batch Design, this opens the Batch Design Manager. Here we can specify the rebar size that we want to use in this project for the columns. Let's say that we want to use rebars number 8 for all these columns. So when we click on Design, the program will design all 64 columns just with a click of this button. Let's do it. Just Design. And the program starts designing all these columns. In a few seconds, it finishes and all the design is done. Let's open again the column C1, the round column. Let's see the interaction diagram now. It's much more efficient. Let's go to at a glance. The steel ratio is 1.4%. It's very well optimized. Let's go back to the project manager. Let's open again the column C10 that we opened before. Let's go to the diagrams. And now the interaction diagram has been modified so that all these loads are inside the usable area of the interaction diagram. Let's go back to the project manager. Let's open, for example, the column C8. It's a rectangular column as well. And you can see the interaction diagram. This column is very well optimized. All the loads are very close to the capacity of the interaction diagram. In this case, the steel ratio is 3.4%. So as you can see, the program designed all these 64 columns just with a click of a button. In summary, ASDIP Concrete now can import the column loads directly from your model in ETABS. In addition, this new feature now, which is called the column batch design, will design the whole batch of the columns in your building just with a click of a button. To do that, you enter the rebar size that you prefer to use in your project, and when you click on Design button, All the columns in your project will be designed in a few seconds. As you can see, it's very useful now in ASDIP Concrete to design the whole batch of your columns in your building. It may save you a lot of time and effort in your design tasks and will boost your productivity. In the near future, we will be developing the column schedule for you and also the export of this schedule into Excel. If you like the software, please download the free 15-day trial going to the website www.asdipsoft.com. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to receive notifications in the future for similar videos. Thank you for your attention.